Hello my friends, we are back and we're going to be talking about the best early barters in my opinion, and most of them you can actually use mid to late game as well. We're going to be talking about 18 barters. Let's talk about it. What's up everybody and welcome back to the X1 Hideout. My name is Ghost. If you guys have never been here before, I'm super excited you guys are here. Today we're going to be talking about barters. Very, very important in this game. Before we get into the video, I do stream on Twitch every single day. I really appreciate everybody who comes by the stream every morning for 5 a.m. PST. We have a really good time, so I'd love to have you guys come by. The only day that we're not live is Sunday. And if you guys enjoy the content, make sure you guys smash the like button. It does go a long way for the channel. And if you guys want to see more Tarkov content, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. You can always hit the bell if you want to be notified when new videos go live. Let's get into the video. Okay, so we're going to be talking about barters, probably one of the most important things in the game. And the reason why I say that is because you can save a crazy amount of money when you barter using items to get things that you need or things that you want. With that being said, all of the barters are going to be trader level 2 and under. So this is going to benefit the early game player more than it will everybody else. But like I said before, many of the barters are going to be very useful. Some of them I still use, and I'll comment on that. I still use to this day, and I will still use end of wipe because ultimately it's just a lot cheaper. So what I'll usually do is I will bulk buy certain things, put it on my wish list, and I will buy a lot of them when they are very, very cheap because I know that I'm going to continually use them for barters. And some of them are extremely OP because there is no amount that you can barter for and then you just stop being able to barter. Some of them is like 3 barters a reset, 5 barters a reset. Some of them are unlimited, so those are really good. So first things first, also don't worry about my money. I see you guys in the comments already. Why do you have not that much money? What happened? And don't worry about me, all right? We had a rough couple days and I'm not stressed about money. Okay, let's get into this. So we're starting with Prapor. Prapor 1. So how are you going to do this for those of you who are newer to the game? You can basically click on these little arrows. This is all the barter items, which makes it very easy. We're going to be on Prapor 1. On Prapor 1, the very first one I want to talk about is the BT rounds. Now, the BT rounds trade for 2 Tashanka. Very, very good in the beginning because you don't have access to the flea market now until level 20, which makes many of these barter items even better. BT is a super solid round to run in the beginning, and with recent changes, it is still good to run. You can run it mid-wipe, no problem. Even if you want to bottom load your mags, like even end wipe, right? Although we can argue 545 isn't that good end wipe, but you can bottom load BT and top load BS and still have really, really good outcomes. So one of the best ones, Tashanka. Now, many of you are thinking, well, you need Tashanka for quests. You need the big cans and the small cans. Don't worry about it. Just learn where to find food. Go on YouTube. You're already here. Look at food spawns on Tarkov. You can find a ton of these cans on customs, a ton in the back of Goshen on interchange, a crazy amount of wood. You can get a pilgrim and fill it up with food going to woods. Okay, so there's plenty of places to find some of these food barters. Don't stress, but it's going to cost you 2 of these, and it's a really good barter. Next is going to be the AKM. Now, you can do many things with this. I have a video called Best Guns. I will make sure it's somewhere up here. I talk about getting it with this. It's 3 cans of the small beef stew, and it's a very, very good barter in the beginning because 762 PS is one of the best rounds to use in the beginning, just like BT is, and this gun shoots it. So you can also use full auto, so you don't have to use like the Vepr 136 or something like that. A very, very good barter in the beginning. After that is actually the F1 grenade. Now, some of the barters for the grenades have been switched around. The F1 grenade costs 1 ES lamp. You find lamps in filing cabinets, in bags, loose loot, stashes. I mean, you literally find them everywhere. You find them on shelves. 1 ES lamp equals 1 grenade. Super good for leveling your strength, super good for zoning people, super good for getting kills, figuring out if someone is a scav or a player. I mean, there's so many uses for grenades in this game. You should always be running grenades. It gives you significantly more of an advantage than people that don't run grenades. So it makes it very easy in the beginning to have nades, especially in the beginning when nobody can buy nades. So you're either getting them from killing raiders, or you're smart and you're going to Prapor 1 and you're getting the barter for the ES lamp, okay? After that, we're going to go to Prapor 2, and we are going to look at the metal fuel tank. Now, the metal fuel tank is 2 propane and 1 fuel con. Depending on propane's price, but even at propane's highest price, this is worth it, especially if you guys have Bitcoin farm and you don't have solar yet, and you're trying to get the most out of your gas, and you can use these gas cans when they are empty to craft grenade boxes, flip the grenade boxes, make a profit, because you've already used the gas in the cans, right? What are you going to do with them besides run around with them in level strength? You can turn them into grenade boxes and continually recycle. It's extremely cheap. Let's see what propane's at right now. So it's going to be 100 and maybe 30K or something right now to do this barter. But in the beginning of wipe especially, propane was like 10K, so it made it really worth it, but still worth. Good craft for getting the large gas can, which I believe you get like 23 hours out of a single gas can. So good, very good. After that, we're going to go to therapist, barter number 5, barter option, Saliwa. You need to use this barter. Paid, I find more paids than ever before. Now, this is one of those ones I still use. And the reason why is because you can find paids, not just can you find them a lot, but if you buy them when you do get flea market, you can find paids for like 12K. Saliwas are like 20 to 23K. So you should be doing this. If you use Saliwas like I do all the time, you should be running this barter even at high level, whatever. It's very, very cheap. You get a lot of Saliwas for good. You get to save money, so do that. The other one is going to be Therapist 2, I believe, and that is the Grizzly. The Grizzly barter is also very OP, especially in the beginning. One reason why, now I talk about it in my best tips, early wipe tips video. I'll link up here for you guys. One of the tips is if you want to maximize your potential for XP earnings, to do what I do. See all these Grizzlies? I heal in my stash. 1, it's cheaper than healing with therapists. 2, which you're trying to save money in the beginning. 2, you actually get XP for healing in your stash, and you don't if you heal with therapists. So it's a way to do both things. You get it for a single gas analyzer and a UV lamp. If you guys just hit filing cabinets, it doesn't matter if you're a scav, you're a player. You guys know, if you've hit filing cabinets before, if you're a filing cabinet rat like I am sometimes, you know that you're going to quickly find gas analyzers and you're going to quickly find UV lamps. Very, very good barter. I still use it to this day. The other one is going to be Therapist 2 as well, and that is the med case. A lot of you guys want to know what are good barters for cases. This is an extremely cheap barter and easy to get for the med case. I'm actually surprised because of some of the cases have been nerfed in a sense where they've added to the barters. I am very shocked that they have not added to this barter because 7 blood sets, 7 syringes, and 2 Vaseline. And if you're a brand new player, I know this might be a little bit overwhelming, but once you begin to learn where med spawns at, med bags, med crates, all this stuff, these are actually very easy items to find. I mean, you can find them in a few raids, honestly, I promise, if you just hit all the med spawns in a map, which makes it so that you can get a case very easily. And then when you get cases from quests, you can just sell those. As you can see, I don't have any FIR med cases because I sell them. If I get them out of marked room, I sell them and I use this barter. Very good barter. Next, we are going to go to Skier. Okay. Skier, we're going to go to Barters and we're going to go to Skier 1. Skier, in my opinion, only has one really good barter. And that is this one. The VPO 136, the Vepr. It is pretty much a better SKS. You can mod it a little bit better. In the video I talked about earlier, I give you full mods from super low level traders, I think 2 and below, maybe even all 1. So I let you guys make the gun for inexpensive. If you're not as good with the iron sights of the SKS in the beginning, but you still want to utilize that 7.62 by 39 round PS, one of the best rounds, this is definitely worth it. Horses you find everywhere, especially if you go to customs, which is one of the maps you need to go to in the beginning. Very easy to find. A lot of the gold spawns, when they don't have the good gold, they will have horses laying around. Grab 2 horses, you get a VPO 136. In my opinion, it's very worth it, especially in the beginning. Maybe not later, but in the beginning. After that, with our 9th barter, we are going to go to Peacekeeper. Now, for Peacekeeper, he has a couple good ones for guns. So if you're like, I need guns, but I don't know what to get, I can't buy them, and the ones I find have low durability, he's going to be your go-to. The first one we're going to talk about is the MP5. This is such a good barter. 8 brown knives. You find them almost on every single scav. So if you're doing scavs for quests, or if you're just killing scavs regularly, you can get these very quickly. 8 brown knives get you an MP5, good gun to have in the beginning. The other one is going to be the MPX, and that is 7 dog tags at level 8 or higher. I would recommend that you kind of stick between like level 8 to 10. You don't want to give like level 30 dog tags. They're a lot more worth, a lot more rubles. So keep it low level, but 7 of them gives you an MPX. MPX in the beginning is really, really good. You can stick a cheap foregrip on it, a cheap sight on it, and you're honestly good to go. So definitely something else that I would recommend in the beginning. And then on top of that, we are going to go to mechanic, and we are going to go to barters, and we're going to go to level 1 mechanic, and we're going to, remember I talked about the grenades? This is another awesome barter, and that is the VOG 17, which has a shorter fuse, making it a little bit more OP of a grenade. Now, the max you can get is 5 per reset, but you find fuses everywhere. It is a single fuse for a single grenade. That is an awesome trade. So make sure you guys are utilizing that. For barter number 12, we are going to go to mechanic 1 as well, and I'm going to talk about this shotgun. Now, if you guys haven't been following my Gunsmith series, I have Gunsmith 1 through 16. I'll link Gunsmith 1 for you guys and start you off there. You can get a lot of XP. I recommend you guys do them, but you need this barter. It makes it extremely easy. So use this barter and don't try to buy these pieces, especially in the beginning of wipe. Every time you do it, however many wipes you play, they're going to be very, very expensive and hard to find for the parts on this. So it's going to be 2 elite pliers and 1 screwdriver. If you need help, you have comments, let me know. I will tell you guys where to find these, but pretty much all toolboxes. Interchange has a ton of toolboxes in the back of Idea, in the back of Goshen, and the back of Oli. So you can find that really easily. After that, I am going to be talking about mechanic 2, and that is getting, we just talked about how to get the MP5. Now, for a single fuel con, in the beginning, this is very, very good to get a 50-round magazine for the MP5. Very OP, because you get to rock this, and everyone else is rocking the 30s or the 20s. So, check it out. After that is Ragman. Now, Ragman 1 has a barter I feel like is very, very underrated, and that is the Ratnik helmet. You guys want a better helmet? This helmet covers your ears, and in my opinion is a very good helmet. I actually use this helmet all the way up until I start running like U-locks, Altons, Risses. I run this helmet for a long time. I don't really think that you need to buy some of the other helmets, like moving up, like the AA helmet or any of those. I run Ratnik for a while, and one of the reasons why I run it is because it only costs 2 bleach. Now, you can get bleach for as low as like 8K. So getting a helmet like this for 16K, it's worth. Definitely check this out, and you're going to be able to get that from Ragman 1. The next one worth talking about is the Burr Cut. The Burr Cut is a great backpack in the beginning. It's very easy to get for the barter. Ragman 1, and people are running around with army bags, running around with tea bags and slings and all these tiny backpacks that literally can't fit anything in the beginning, and it's frustrating. So this is great because if you kill scavs, which you do a lot of in the beginning, one of those Jetta helmets, those ones that are pretty much useless and you have nothing else to do with them, pick up one of those and you get a Burr Cut backpack, which is significantly bigger than a lot of the backpacks you start with, even as a scav. And then after that, we're going to go to Ragman 2. One of the best armors to get in the beginning, in my opinion, is the Karasa. The Karasa, if you know where the food spawns are, Woods is a great place to get these items. It is 1 coffee, 1 cola, and 1 milk. And you guys can get a Karasa, which is very, very stand-up, solid armor to have in the beginning. Other than that, one of the ones that I still use to this day is we're going to go to Jaeger. We're going to go to Jaeger's Barters and Barter 1. This is OP. This is extremely OP. It doesn't matter what map you go to. If you go loot bags, sometimes jackets, filing cabinets, loose loot, toolboxes, you are going to find these little pliers. You have no idea what they're for. You see them. Sometimes you pick them up. Sometimes you don't. Nippers. If you get nippers, it's 3 nippers for a CMS. You can find also, for those of you right now who have flea market, you're level 50 or whatever, nippers you can find as low as 2,000 rubles, which means you get CMSs for as low as 6,000 rubles. I had to do math there for a second. 6,000 rubles for a CMS is the cheapest you are going to find a CMS ever. Usually they're like 30,000 rubles. So definitely do not sleep on this. Buy a bunch of nippers when they're cheap. You get 2 per reset. You got CMSs when you're running reserve and you want to have your paracord in your container because paracord's like 50K. You get to keep a CMS for 6,000 rubles outside in your rig, and it doesn't feel terrible because you know how cheap it is. So everyone should be utilizing this barter, okay? The last barter, barter number 18, is going to be on Jaeger 2, and that is the Tarzan rig. Now I'm going to show you the space real quick because it is very OP in the beginning. It is a great size for a beginning rig. It also covers up your armor pretty decently. So if you're wearing like a press armor in the beginning, you're wearing a blue armor, whether it's a Karasa, whether it's the other blue armor, the UN armor, it covers it up very nicely. So there's multiple reasons that are worth running this, but in the beginning, it is good. It is only a single matches. Matches are cheap. You can find them all over the place. Like I said, bags, filing cabinets, all the places that you would be looting without keys or anything, you can find a Tarzan and you can trade to Jaeger 2. Something really, really good to run in the beginning. And I think that is it. That is 18 barters that I think you guys should be using. I hope we didn't go through those too fast for you guys. I tried to give some explanation as to why I recommend certain barters. That is going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for coming out for another video. If you guys got some value out of today's video, make sure that you guys smash the like button. It does go a long way for the channel. If you guys want to see more Tarkov content like this, I have over 100 videos on YouTube to hopefully bring you guys some more value. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, and you can always hit the bell if you want to be notified when videos go live. I would love for you guys to come and hang out by the stream. Every single morning except for Sunday, we have a lot of fun, and I know it'll be funner with you there. So come by sometime on Twitch every day but Sunday in the morning. Grab caffeine, okay? I hope you guys are very blessed. Hope you have an amazing day or night depending on where you're at in the world. I hope that these barters are very useful to you even if you're not a new player. I hope you found some hidden gems. And as always, I will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Пацаны сейчас накроют нас!